Welcome back. So we have a new project here today. I'm working underneath of a Ford. I'm gonna fix these little bolts right in here. You might not be able to see them, but they're kind of way up underneath of there. This was an old project that I had done back when I was around like, I don't know, 18 or so. And yeah, I think it's high time to fix this because this is a transmission bracket and does a lot of important things. So yeah, let's get started on that. We're gonna cut this bolt out and weld this all back in and protect some of these wires and stuff that are up underneath of here. So let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna try this because there's a whole bunch of fuel lines and stuff underneath there. I'm gonna try to make some kind of FR treatment or something like that. Something that I can, got some old pans here. I could just take this and potentially just kind of stuff it all around the fuel lines and stuff and keep all of that electronics and whatever else I can't get out of the way protected. So let's give that a shot. Perfect. We got ourselves a whole bunch of FR and a pair of Daisy Dukes. Okay, so one of the other things I did was I soaked these in some water so that hopefully any embers will hit it, or hot metal, slag, whatever you call it, will hit this stuff and it'll just kind of make it go instead of burning all the way through into the fuel lines. The Daisy Dukes, however, they're still dry, but I'm just going to use those for general protection of some of the bigger stuff. But for these things here, I wanted to make sure we're not going to burn through anything that cause a huge incident. So if you look here, and I know it's kind of dark, that we have two bolts sitting up underneath here that goes to this particular bracket. So what ends up happening is you can get one of these off, but you can't get the other one off. And we have here a whole bunch of electrical, we've got a brake line, we've got fuel lines, we got all kinds of fun stuff up underneath here that's going to cause an issue. And right here at the top, see if I can make that even visible. There's the top of the bolts. And Ford had the great idea of basically putting the heads of the bolts up toward the top, so you would have to remove the bed in order to get the bolts out. No thanks. I'm going to cut those and I'm going to switch them around. So let's go ahead and stuff some of this water treated FR denim that I have now up here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with a whole lot of cuss words and special tools, I ended up getting the nut out, and let's see. There we go. Also got the part out too. So what we're looking at up here now is just two empty bolts, and I'm going to cover this all back up again, and I'm going to zap those guys out of there. I don't know, I might even use it just a Sawzall. Man, I just don't want to light this truck on fire. Let's see, that worked like a charm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the final product. So those are officially cut out of there. And these are the original parts here, and I got some other hardware that I have for those. Matter of fact, let's get in here and take a look. That's the hardware that I have to replace it. So let's bring these down. Let's have a gander and see if they fit. This is the part we just cut out here. Ta-da! See, all Ford had to do, just put it in this way, and it would have been done. Done deal. Anyway, let's do that. Okay, so maybe now you guys can actually see what I'm talking about here. So this is the reason why almost like 11 years ago, maybe 12 years ago that I did this. I was trying to replace a throwout bearing issue. Took this all out, did everything I was supposed to do, right? But in doing so, this little beam here that connects to the transmission, all the way up here, so that's the transmission up there, is in the way. So it locks, see these little tabs here, it locks on this side. Yeah, there we go. It locks on this side, on the other side. It can't go backward, and it can't go this way, because this side is the exact same on that end. So I was at a loss. Well, like, what was I supposed to do? Apparently I don't see something other people did, but the only way I could figure out how to get this loose and this out was to take this part off. And so now, since we made this easier to remove, if I need to get this back out again, I can. It's not that big of a deal. I think I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, but now we have clearing bolts. I didn't bring you along for the journey on that one because that requires some cutting and just... So let's go ahead. I'm gonna fire up the welder. We're gonna get this welded up in here. Just, put some decent beads. It doesn't have to be perfect, but and we're also going to go up in here and probably lift this up just a little bit to make that match. So let's get going. Nice fat tack there. There we go. Good enough for me. Good enough for government work. Gentlemen, and everything else is put back in. As you can see here. Yep, there it is. So everything is put back in. It's all welded in nice. We got bolts all the way around. Got a little bit of stuff kind of covering that, but this is the best part here, guys. Check this out. As a matter of fact, I just changed the fluid over. Just took it out for a drive. You can probably still hear it tinking. Those are some good temperatures. 110. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, well, that concludes this episode, so let's go fix something else.
Bitch, I know I want it, but I got it on my own. I've been working days and nights instead of staying in my zone. And you say you're